guys down in my basement today, so terrible me.
No. Yeah, we have Alexis is also here, but she had to take a phone call real quick.
Oh, cool.
But I'm gonna send her the video, so it should be okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much. I guess I think I'll let you guys dive into this stuff right away. But I think the big things today, right, is I think we're sort of, as we talked about a little bit last week, since we all sort of missed each other in the snowstorm a bit. But I think the big stuff. Gosh, why is my internet slow now? Weird. Sorry, I froze on me. The big stuff I think that we're going to do this week is sort of a fun exercise. It's really designed to kind of get things rolling on more and more of the outreach. So I think Deanna did it before. It's called sort of the coffee challenge a little bit. So my contribution is I will buy coffee for the winner. So we'll do that a little bit. But yeah, basically I think, the core thing today and this sort of is starting to update yourself as an author, update your sort of status as an author on some of your social pages, and then really do outreach. And then next week, we're gonna do something really interesting on this concept of secondary interviews as well. So yeah, I think the big thing here is just today's fun, and make sure you let me know who I buy coffee for. That's my contribution today. So we'll do that. And then yeah, next week, I think one of the things that we'll do next week a lot is kind of, some people this interviewing thing could be hard. How do I make sure I have really great stories? And so that's what the concept of secondary interviewing will help us do. And so next week we'll have a kind of a cool workshop on that as well.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. Anything else you need from me, or any questions, or?
So regarding payment dues, I'm sorry, I feel like I've asked a million questions.
Yeah, no worries.
But I just want to make sure I'm everybody's okay. So each person owes $150, and it's paid through PayPal to me. And then I forward that to Brian.
To Brian, or he gets it to Shonda. So yeah, so Shonda is the one who gets editors for everyone, but ask him exactly where it goes. I don't even know. So, I just know we have editors basically lined up, so that's the big thing. And so you've met your editor, Deanna, right? But I think everyone else will get theirs in 2 weeks. You'll be matched up with your editor.
Okay, gotcha. And then another question I have. Yeah. So there's only 3 of us tonight, so obviously I guess we could just all compete against each other in this challenge instead of doing teams. Does that work?
Yeah, okay. That's perfect. That's great. Okay. Yeah, make it fun, and like I said, let me know who I get to buy coffee for. That's the challenge.
Will do.
Cool.
I don't think so. I just set up my conversation with you, I think, for Thursday, so we
can talk
my topic.
All right, great. I'll see you on Thursday then.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. All right, bye guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna keep recording this, which is always awkward because I'm talking to you guys and recording. But let's pull up the slide for tonight. Hello. Oh, you're fine.
Good.
No, that
Mom
is
is
way more important.
Yeah.
You are good.
Okay, I think did I miss anything?
So we just talked to Professor Custer, but he didn't really share anything really important. Basically, just introduce what we're gonna do tonight. Mm-hmm. And then I asked him about the editor dues, just because I wanted to make sure everybody was good with that. And so basically, I had sent you guys a message, but each person owes $150 for their editor. And that's going to be done through PayPal. So you guys are going to PayPal that to me, and then I'll forward it to Brian, who is handles all of that.
And you said that has to be done tonight?
It doesn't have to be today. I would say by Thursday, if that's okay. If not, that is totally fine too. Just let me know. Because I just have a phone call scheduled with Brian on Thursday to handle all of that. So just let me know whenever's a good time for you, and I can change my phone call with Brian or whatever works.
Do you know how quick the turnover is on that? So if I pay today, how soon would I get in touch with my editor?
Right. So Mr. Custer said in 2 weeks you guys are going to get introduced to your editor. I got introduced to my editor I think 2 weeks ago. Her name's Anastasia, and she's just been I've been writing some stories and working on some of my stories index on Quip, and she's been helping me edit that and just working with me. I talked to her on the phone. So yeah, it would be probably 2 weeks. But yeah. Do you guys have any other questions about that? I know that's kind of confusing.
If we already, so like, because before I started getting into this program, I had started writing my book and stuff. Should I stop doing that until I get in touch with my editor so we can build from there?
I would keep going. And like, once you like get in touch with her, you could kind of just like pass along some of the work you've done to her through Quip, and she could just give you some feedback on that. Like, these people aren't really like editors that are gonna like hound you on like grammar and like all that stuff. They're just kind of helping you like promote the message that you want to send. So yeah, I'm still learning about the developmental editors because I haven't really worked so much with mine, but it's been like really cool so far.
And then later, after we have like our rough manuscript, like then do we have people that actually help us edit, or how does that work?
I believe so. I think like the copy editors will go through that process, but the only payment for this current editor would be the $150.
Okay,
so.
And that's for the whole thing, right?
Yes. Okay. But then that is like the only payment you're like required to make for this whole thing.
Okay.
But I think it was like not last week's session because I was over Zoom, but the session before we talked about like the publishing process.
Right.
And how like that obviously costs $3,000, but it's done through like pre-sale, and it's not like you saying like, oh, I'm gonna PayPal Deanna $3,000.
Okay.
Absolutely not, because I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Right.
But and if for some reason you can't make enough through pre-sale, which like I keep getting a little worried about, but apparently it's successful. Like, you don't have to publish. You could always publish in the future, like, but at least you have like a story.
Right.
But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get started with tonight's thing. Thank you guys for coming. Sorry, our groups are so small.
It's okay.
But
like everybody else knows where we are, right? So like if somebody's on their way.
I should have said that we came outside. Wow, that is a great point. I'm super like all over the place. Outside. How would you describe this between the science hall and the library?
By the fountain.
Hall and library. So here is tonight's PowerPoint. Okay, I'm gonna like turn my computer towards you guys so you can see, but you're being filmed, just so you know. So as you guys know, we're in the Get Smart stage, and I saw like both of you went in on Quip and like kind of set up your documents, which is awesome. That is like the most important part of this whole thing, I think. So we're going to try to work to schedule 6 to 8 primary interviews for your book this month. We talked a lot about like interviewing last time. Like it says, this is just this is like a target, not a requirement. And also we're going to work to identify the 10 to 15 secondary interviews, which is like more of like research-based sources. And okay, our session. All right, one cool thing. This always, I never know what to say in like these kind of things, but do you guys have anything like cool that's happened so far with like the book writing process that you want to share? I know we haven't really done much yet, but
I hit like 9,000 words of what I think I want to work on.
okay.
So
Wow, that's like way ahead of me, and I started this a while ago, so
it's kind of easier because mine's like a memoir, so I don't have to wait necessarily for all the interviews to come in. Like, incorporate the interviews, but like a lot of it is like stories from my life and stuff.
Okay, awesome. Do you have anything exciting?
No.
No.
Not yet. I kind of only just like recently, not solidified, but thought like there on it because I wasn't too sure. Because like last week's stuff was like so overwhelming, and I was thinking like, do I really have time for this? Do I not? And I was like, I really want to push myself to do it this semester to be able to accomplish that.
Right.
So I just like fully committed. So
yes.
Hopefully I have something cool next time.
Yeah, no, and if it ever gets to the point where it's overwhelming, like let me know, because like this is kind of, it sounds like a really overwhelming task to write a book, but like I think the whole thing is kind of designed to just be like chill and almost like an extracurricular like activity. But I tend to like overbear people with so much information that like it could sound overwhelming, but let me know if it ever gets like overwhelming or anything. But okay, my one cool thing, I honestly haven't been like super on like my interviews recently, but Let me think. I've been like working on creating stories like for my book, and today I was like writing about this author I got to interview who had like a near-death experience and like how that like helped her write her book. So that was cool just to like re-listen to that interview with her and just like hear from her again. So like I guess that's like a cool thing.
Cool.
But look the part workshop. Okay, this is gonna be important. So just so you guys know, you're all legit authors, which is exciting. And since you're a legit author, let's make sure others know. But how do I look legit before my book comes out? So what we're gonna do tonight is on our social, this is what we did like over winter break, like when I was meeting with these authors, is we went onto our social media pages and in our bios, like on Instagram or Twitter, even on Facebook, you could do this. We just wrote the working title of our book. I can show you guys like a picture of like my bio too to just like show an example. So the working title of your book, whatever that is, and like that says your book title might change and that's okay. The expected publication date, which for all of us is November 2019. And then the publisher, which is the New Degree Press, who's like who we're going to be publishing with. So basically like the reason we're doing this is because as you're going to like keep reaching out to people to interview, you're just going to look more credible to like have on your bio that you're an author and like, hey, I'm working on this project. So it'll just be like helpful to show people, like kind of give you more credibility instead of like, hey, I'm just a Liberty student, which is an awesome thing as itself, but just to have like an author. But I can take a screenshot like of this and send it to you guys, but like, I don't mind like all my pictures and stuff. But so like right now in my bio, I have like author of Writing for an Audience of One, New Degree Press, November 2019.
And follow you, so you have 1,000 followers.
Okay, that was frustrating me because I had
I hate that when it's like almost.
and then I lost someone. I was like, seriously, like that was
That's the worst. Unless you don't want me to follow you.
No, of course, and I will follow both of you back.
Thank you.
Yes.
8,000 follower right now. I just
Wow. You're gonna tell Mr. Custer to like.
I won't unfollow you.
Thank you, because I don't know what's wrong with people. Yes. Okay.
Oh, there is 1,000. 1,001.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Awesome. Like I like owe you guys.
No. We appreciate you.
So all right, just follow both of you back. But you don't have to like have that exact setup. Like you can set it up however you want in your bio. Some people are super particular about that. But I even added like author as like a business to make it a business profile, which that's not a requirement, but
Okay.
might look cool. But anyways, so there's so many people having like photo shoots tonight. I know, yeah.
Finally, the sun is out.
I know. Oh my gosh, I feel like we should have like a book photo shoot.
That would be fun.
Okay, how do I look legitimate before my book comes out? Signaling. Okay, creating signals. Okay, yeah, we went through that. Also for LinkedIn, since like LinkedIn's a powerful tool, you could add your job as an author and like write your working title and all the stuff that we just discussed. And yeah, this says you don't have to update everything, but Professor Custer definitely recommends LinkedIn and one other platform. I would most likely recommend the platform that you're going to be trying to reach out to people with.
Is
So like,
Instagram an okay platform for that?
oh yeah, definitely.
Like people actually like read their messages and
Yeah.
stuff on Instagram.
I
Because
mean,
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like if they have a lot of followers, like
yeah,
Instagram's not a good way to reach them.
not all the time. I think Twitter is a little more beneficial.
I
I
hate Twitter.
hate Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in like years.
I like just started one and like it's so creepy.
Yes. My
It's
old
just like a lot of
tweets.
memes and people getting angry.
Exactly. It's all like politics and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to see this. But
And I think like if you're reaching out to smaller or like bloggers, especially if you like purposefully go out to ones that are like looking for people to partner with, like that'll help.
yeah.
Twitter at least, and Instagram definitely for sure for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this like doesn't have to do with the book, but I recently messaged this like blogger that I like to ask her what kind of lipstick she was wearing. And she had like tons of followers, but she responded. So like you never know, like DM could like always be like a valuable source. So.
Okay, worth a shot.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so tonight Professor Custer explained this. well, he didn't explain the challenge exactly, but he said we'd be doing this. So this is called the coffee challenge. And so we don't have a lot of people. And when I did this, like we worked on teams, but like I think we're all gonna like compete against each other tonight. But basically this sounds intense, but it's really fun. And whoever wins, I'm supposed to message Professor Custer and he's gonna Venmo you coffee money. So that's exciting.
Nice.
So it's kind of fast moving, no pressure though, like it's just a game. So it'll be fun. But so this is what we're gonna do. Last week we kind of talked about like finding different types of people to interview, like finding your friendlies or finding like more credible people. But tonight we're gonna work on trying to like get as many interviews scheduled as possible. Yeah, it's really stressful. I actually had to do this at 9 p.m., which I was like, what? Like most of my interviews are kind of older. I'm like, who's gonna like be up and like active at this hour? But so what we're gonna do is each of us are going to compete against each other, and it's 5 points for a new interview you schedule, including like the time and dates, like if you're able to like get that down, and 3 points for a new interview you confirm but don't schedule. So yeah, the winning team or winning person is going to send Professor Custer a message on Quip with Venmo handle, and he'll Venmo you so you can buy coffee. Wait for that train to go by. Okay, so when my group did this, it doesn't have a time limit, but I guess we could just do, I think we did like 20 minutes or so where we worked, and basically just like use social media, use like, you could text like a friendly, it could be like someone you know, but just work for like 20 minutes to try to schedule as many interviews as you can. And then we're gonna tally up like all our points and see who wins. So like I said, no pressure. Like if you don't get any, I didn't get any. I was actually the only one on my team.
I'm gonna be like, Grandma.
I know, Grandma, like, can you schedule an interview with me? So yeah, all right. I guess I could like. Does anyone have any questions before we start? No.
What if we just like don't get any responses back?
That's
like,
okay.
It's such a weird time.
It was so awkward because like this is hard to explain, but like the meetings I've been in, like with all the like presidents from like different universities, I was in a group with like 2 other people, and like we were all in a big group chat with Professor Custer, and he broke us out into sessions where we worked together, and like my team was like, oh cool, I just scheduled 5 interviews, and like at the end I had to say, tell Professor Custer that I scheduled 9. And he was like, okay, and I'm like, it's fine. So
can we just start like DMing people on Instagram?
yeah, you could do like whatever tactics.
So if we haven't done like the 5-minute favor ones yet,
Yeah.
can we just skip to like, hey, I'm doing a book, can I interview?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I did because like I hadn't scheduled that many 5-minute favors yet. But if you have done a 5-minute favor and you want to like follow up with someone, like that also like would help since you like already did the favor. Yeah. All right. So it's 5:27. Go ahead and set my timer.
oh my gosh.
It's okay. I don't know why I'm
I'm
really
like so
nervous.
stressed about contacting people.
It is all good. Okay, whenever you guys are ready, I will hit start. I mean,
We were like write out a template. Like that's what I want to say to people.
yes, that is always a good idea. Because then you can just like copy and paste and stuff.
Okay.
I hate that this is filming me. So awkward. All right, how about we start at like 5:30 just to give us like even time. So everyone can just like get
So are
set
we-
up and
okay,
everything.
all right. I was like, are we not doing anything yet?
Just get your phones and like your social media profiles ready.
Oh yeah, I haven't updated that yet. Oh my gosh.
No, it's okay. Yeah, if you guys want to update that now too, that is totally fine. All right, 1 minute. All right, ready, set, go. Someone's gonna respond to me.
Alexis wins.
Yeah, we'll just call it there.
My grandma failed me.
No.
Come on, Grandma.
So sad. No. Alrighty, everybody. That was exciting. All right, so.
Well, I got more work done in that 20 minutes than I have in a long time.
Exactly. That's like,
We
I
to do
need
that
something
for,
like that.
An hour so I can get other people.
I need to do that like with my homework so I can like actually get stuff done. All right, so how many points or how many confirmations did you get? All right, 0, same. I'm gonna go 0.
I got 1 confirmation.
Okay.
Well, I got like 2, but 1 from my mom.
Okay, that
So,
counts.
like 1 from my cousin, 1 from my mom, and then 1 from one of my good friends. So 3 confirmations.
Awesome. Okay, so you got 9 points, which I guess I didn't even need to tally that because you obviously won. But I can like, if you want to, you could message Professor Custer on Quip and just say that you won, or I could like create a message with both of you and say like Alexis.
Yeah,
won.
you can create the message.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
That's-
I feel like it might be awkward to be like, hey, I won.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, hey, give me my money.
Yeah.
I get a Facebook comment. This is fine.
Are you kidding me? I know, I'm gonna get like 10 emails like tonight.
I'm probably gonna post it on Only Girls Like You and see.
Oh, that is
That's
the
what
best
I was just gonna do.
source.
That's a good, yeah.
Everybody, I always see that for like journalism projects, and you, like everyone likes to like be heard in there. So like I get like 10 people that
Yes.
respond. I'm like, yes. All right. Well, my computer's about to die, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up as soon as possible. But I hope that was kind of fun
That
and
was
just
fun.
like got a good way to help you guys like get some stuff done. Same with me because I've been like super behind with interviews. But
Yeah, no, that was good.
okay, I'm glad everybody liked it. Let me go to our slideshow. What the heck? Okay, research. Okay, so we did that. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna email or Quip you guys all this information, but so that was super fun, and hopefully like you guys will be getting some responses like over the next couple of days. But for like a little bit of homework, but I hate that word homework because like it's supposed to be like fun and enjoyable. But I would suggest just continue to reach out to friendlies, like professors, teachers, family members. That's always a great way. It says do 20 more 5-minute favors. That's not like a requirement, but I would just aim to do as many as you can, just so like you can get as many responses as possible. It says do 20 follow-ups, and it also recommends doing a lot of LinkedIn messages. That's always helpful. Are you guys both on LinkedIn?
I just set one up, but I don't really
Okay.
know how to use it.
Okay, no problem.
I like, feel like I'm like behind in all of this a little
No,
bit.
no, you're fine. No,
LinkedIn's
you are
great.
fine.
Get it.
Yes.
Dude, it has like a template like would they suggest, like, say, hey, I'm doing this? Like, what do you
Yes.
suggest?
Okay, that has to be somewhere in here. I think I'm supposed to send that to you guys like tonight. I remember going over it like with Professor Custer and like the club presidents. I know it's in some slideshow to come to kind of give like, because it's kind of hard to like think of something like, hey, I'm an author, like, can you help me?
Right.
So I'm gonna copy and paste, or never mind. I'm gonna find what am I talking about? I'm gonna message you guys tonight, like after this, and just kind of like I'm gonna send this link to this video, and then I'm gonna send you guys a reminder of like the homework that I just went over, like the 20 5-minute favors and all that stuff. And then I'm gonna look and see if I can find the template for how to like reach out to these people and like how to write a proper message.
Yeah, because now I have people that are like, email me your questions. And I'm
Yeah.
like, great, they don't exist yet, but I will.
Yeah, I think next week is like the session where we talk about interviewing. But if you guys like have an interview coming up, like just let me know and I could like send you some more information.
Yeah, if you just had like an interview template or something, that would be really helpful. Right.
Yeah.
I think I know like the general questions I want to ask.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Either of you guys want to be interviewed?
Because honestly, I wanted to ask you guys as well, because my book is going to be about writers and writing stories. So like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to get like people's opinions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would-
storytelling.
It's like great to have like, I think that's the whole point of like having like this group is like we can help each other like with our books, and we can help each other like make connections and stuff. So yeah, I would totally be willing to interview. Yeah, so I'm also gonna email you guys or equip you guys this really cool link to this website called Hunter.io that you basically can type in like anybody's name or their company, and it helps you like target their email address like to try to find them.
Nice.
It's not always successful, but I've had like some success like with it so far.
Nice.
But yeah, other than that, I would just remember the payment dues. I'll send it like in the message tonight. I'll send that once again. I would just suggest having them to me by Thursday, but if you can't, don't worry about it. As long as it's in by like our next session next Tuesday, because I think that's when you're going to start getting paired up with your developmental editor, and then you'll be assigned to them like through Quip. They'll message you and let you know that they're your editor. But other than that, does anybody have questions?
I don't think so.
No? Awesome. Well, this was fun.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was very
It
fun.
was productive. I feel
Yeah.
good about it.
Definitely.
That's
Always
it,
refreshing.
it's good because like